Yeah, for sure. That was a big game for us against a tough team, and wherever it puts us, I don't know if it puts us in yet or where we're at, but tiebreaker. But we're in good shape, so big win.
Have you seen the progression that you like to see out of your team as the round robin's gone on?
Yeah, I think so. We've thrown it well all week. We had a tough loss against Ontario where they played great, and lost a tough one against Newfoundland, and we had a bit of a whoops against New Northern Ontario, and if that doesn't happen, good chance we win that game. So, good news is we bounced back, and we've won a few in a row and put ourselves in a good spot.
A great thing about this team is that the been there, done that kind of factor. Nothing that's going to happen between now and Sunday is going to phase it. You know how to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be, we're familiar with the surroundings. If we get out in the playoffs and, we're the only game out there, all four of us have played in lots of those. We haven't done too many as a team at the Brier yet. It'll be our first whenever that is, if it's a tiebreaker or the playoffs. But, the surroundings and the experience won't be a factor, and we'll just keep going and, just try and play a good game tonight and win it on our own.
An important win for you guys for a lot of reasons, just to get some mojo back too, I guess.
Yeah, I think we were both in last place, and obviously relegation lurks its ugly or its head, and certainly not where we wanted to be at this week. But we went out there and we played well. I think the conditions are getting a little bit dicey, but I think for the first few games, I don't think we handled it and managed it very well, and I think it affected us, and I think did a much better job out there tonight. Yeah, absolutely. I think the season's over much sooner than we wanted it to be for this team. We didn't get into the end of the season fun, and this week's obviously over before we wanted. But I think it's important to end on a high and and leave the week and know that you left it all out there and you didn't quit. You kept fighting until the end, and you produced your best at the end, and you'll be satisfied with that.
And the team continues taking strides in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want to take too many steps backwards. I don't know if we made all the forward progress we wanted to, but I think at the end of the year we'll sit down and revisit and kind of look at all the little things that we need to do and try to fill all the gaps between us and the teams that are clearly better than us.
We took care of what we needed to that game. It was partially well-played game. We had a lot of little mistakes, but we did make a lot of great shots, so we're proud of the effort we put out today.
Yeah, and at this stage, all you can do is play your own game, not worry what's going on around you, and obviously the priority is to finish strong here.
Yeah, for sure. Regardless of where the standings shake out with how the other teams do, we want to finish on a strong note and we finish with a pretty good Brier. So in this field to go 6-5, that would be pretty good, and if that allows us to keep playing, even better.
Has it met your expectations so far? I mean, obviously you knew it was going to be tough coming in.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we are better than we were last year, and our record hasn't shown it. So that shows you just how tough the field is and how improved everyone is over last year.
And I guess exposes a few things that you still believe you guys have to work on to make that jump into that playoff kind of contention every year.
Yeah, for sure. We knew we weren't a finished product yet, and to not only make playoffs but to win championships, there's a few things we need to close down a little bit, and we'll keep working on that. Ultimately, the goal is 2018, and we got a couple more steps to make before we do that.
So, that was a scary draw.
That wasn't a draw. That was a hit that slowed down to the T line. Probably through 20 to 25 feet more than what we were throwing on the other side, and as I was sliding out, I could feel the frost under the rock, and I knew I had to give it a bit of a shove and a bit of spin just to keep it alive out there. And heck of a job by the guys to keep it alive and keep it going. We knew on that side there was no shortage of curl, but it was just whether we could get it there was the question.
So two sweepers do help now and then.
yeah, absolutely. I guess in that situation, the adrenaline was going. That's a big game for us. To keep the chances of the 1-2 game alive. If we won that game and we win tonight, then we're in. And we knew that, and we didn't want to. You don't want to have to go into your last game needing a win, and especially with who we're facing. So it's a huge win. Just a battle again. We're saying it after every single game, but that's how it feels.
Was that the scariest shot you've thrown all week? In terms of
yeah, just because I had no idea what the speed was going to be. Well, I shouldn't say we didn't have any idea, but it was such a wide range. We're thinking 5 to 10 feet. So I could have looked really silly, or I could have made it, and fortunately we made it. But that could have easily stopped back 12 or slid. It was a guess, and fortunately we guessed right. We don't want to look too far ahead. We got to play PEI this afternoon, and if we win that game, we're in the 1-2 game, which is the big thing. After that, we'd just be playing for Hammer and Rocks, and that is an advantage for sure, but it's not a huge advantage. So, the number one priority for us is this afternoon and making sure we're ready for PEI. They're coming off a big win. I know this is going to be a little bit draining on us. So, from an energy standpoint, we got to make sure we get back up and ready for this afternoon.
Just talk about the Northern Ontario team. You've seen a lot of them over the years. Full value for the record here so far.
Yeah, no, they're a great team. Brier, Olympic champions. There's only one other guy to do both of them, and incredible team. When they get going with confidence, they're tough to beat, and they seem to be have that confidence now. I do believe that this ice is going to be a wild card if it continues like this for the rest of the week. And I think the forecast is calling for warmer weather, moist, humid weather. So that could be a change, and as good a feel as everybody's had in the first 4 or 5 days, it's different ice, so it's going to change things.